Hello and welcome to Addictive Tarot. I am glad you're here. I felt called to do this reading, and I had a vision beforehand about an Etch A Sketch. So this could have something specific for somebody within this reading. You all know that all of my readings are for the collective, with special attention to congratulate anyone that is maintaining their sobriety successfully and using the tarot as a tool to help them do that. And that's why I created this channel. So, do you know what an Etch A Sketch is? The vision I got was you are in the Etch A Sketch. The drawing is of you, and either you or the universe are trying to shake the old version of yourself clear to start over, a clean slate. But somehow there's one or two little lines that keep sticking behind. They don't erase when you shake the Etch A Sketch. So what I got from that was there's something that you're clinging onto so tightly that it keeps repeating in a pattern. You've got everything so clear, and you've cleared out so much, and you've done so much hard work, but there's something that's still clinging that won't clear. So that's hopefully there's something within this reading that is going to help you with that and resonate with that tiny little thing that keeps clinging on. And I was also called to use this specific deck because it's black and white. So Etch A Sketch is black and white. There's no color. So you can apply that in whatever way you see fit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out some cards. Then I'm going to stand back, take a deep breath, call in the master spirits of the universe, the master spirits of the cards, to direct this reading. Okay? So here we go. Okay, so take a look at these cards, see if anything jumps out to you. Just see if I can get everything onto the screen here. Okay, that's about the best I can do for now. I squish everything on. Okay, now just take a deep breath. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is a person that is really prepping to start a new cycle. You've overcome a lot of things. You have done shadow work. I'm picking up that energy of somebody who was able to identify specific items that were impeding their progress. The desire now is to start something new. Now the cards are telling me here that there has been a lot of heartache, a lot of sadness, and a lot of new beginnings. Okay, let me just see what the theme is here. Okay, look at that. 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. 8 of Swords reversed. The 10 of Swords, there was a feeling of betrayal, feeling stabbed in the back, feeling not recognized, not appreciated, and doing a lot of things for other people and not for yourself. But you realize that. And on top of it, it trapped you for a long time, very long time. But you got yourself out of the trap, which speaks to this Devil card in reverse showing up in the past. So you've gotten to a point where you have been able to recognize and address those feelings in a very mental, logical, and practical type of way. So now you have built the strength within yourself to grow. You're feeding yourself with storylines that are towards growth and not towards any kind of self-sabotage. You've also tapped into the energy of balancing those feelings, that broken heart feeling, that deep emotional hurt. You're finding the balance of addressing that feeling. There may have been a time in the past where feelings weren't allowed. You may have not allowed yourself to face feelings, which is totally understandable because society tells you not to have feelings, right? So now in the current energy, I'm picking up a person who wants to learn how to ignite their own fire within themselves and prepare for this new part of the journey that they are heading on. For the future, there's a focus towards self-care, taking care of the body, taking care of the physical needs, taking care of the diet, taking care of the exercise. And that could be part of the energy of the Page of Wands that's coming up within you today. And that's part of the new cycle that you're preparing to enter. So you spend a lot of time getting over the pain, the heartache, the betrayal, the disappointments, and the sadness. And now, okay, so this is where the Etch A Sketch comes in. Now you've cleared the slate. You've cleared the board. The little tinglings that might be hanging on is the sadness and the broken heart. So that's the two little sticks that are being left behind on the Etch A Sketch. So the cards are saying to pay attention to that. Pay attention to those inklings. So when you feel triggered, to just stop for a minute and take a deep breath and just go, what caused that? Take a minute and go, what caused that? Write it down, take a note in your phone or write it on a piece of paper, but revisit it so that you can identify what the trigger, because once you identify the trigger, then you know what you're dealing with, what to deal with. The great strength that you have is the Sun card, is life itself. You are appreciating life itself. The infinity symbol, the growth, the constant growth. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the sun. The sun is you, is life, it provides breath, warmth. You could not live on this planet without the sun. So the seeds are always there for you to grow. And that is something that you're already doing. That is an inner strength that you have. And because it's a major arcana card, it is part of your core, is your desire to grow, which is part of the success that you're having in facing the dark side of the devil energy. To maintain balance, don't forget all the hard work that it took to get you to this place where you are now. The cards of Beware and Be Aware is the Page of Cups and the Four of Cups. So be aware and beware of your emotions. Be careful not to fall into a feeling of not wanting to learn or grow anymore, a feeling of stagnation, or a feeling of boredom. That is something to watch for, those energies, so they don't creep in on you. And accept and acknowledge is the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Accept the praise that you've done the work. You're doing the work. You're continuing to do the work, and you have not lost your inspiration. So praise yourself for that. Give yourself a pat on the back and say, job well done, and keep doing this fine work that you are doing. Think of these pentacles here as investment in yourself, and think of them as chips. You know, if you ever went to AA and you got chips, they mean something to you. They are of value to you. They are a symbol of investment in yourself. So when you're putting in the work and you are growing, always learning something new, and then becoming a master at your own growth, becoming a master with your own feelings, becoming a master with your own speech, how you speak to yourself and how you speak to others. But the physical work that you are putting in and have put in not only is an inspiration for yourself, but it's an inspiration for others. And the fact that the Page of Wands has shown up in the current energy indicates that you have the energy to never stop learning. That is a beautiful energy. To always want to learn, to always be inspired to learn, and to always act on what it is that you're learning. So that is in the position of acknowledge and appreciate. So acknowledge that you have and continue to work hard and do a good job and invest in yourself. So pardon me. In conclusion, as to summarize your reading for today, continue with the mindset of the learner. Focus on getting ready for this new cycle that you're entering. We just had a new moon. New moons are for setting intentions and planting seeds. So think about that as you enter now into this next section of your journey. And you don't always know what that next thing is. Things pop up in front of you as soon as you start taking those first steps. So that is the focus. That is the advice card for today, to focus on the preparation for this new phase, while paying attention to the balance with the emotional pain and the mental aspect of disappointments and sadness, so that you can keep the balance there. Okay, so that's it. That's all I see in the cards. If hopefully this resonated with you. You can clear those last few bits of remaining lines on your Etch A Sketch and get ready to start a new phase or a new chapter in your journey of life. Alright, so we shall see you next time. Good luck, keep up the good work, and congratulations on all of your accomplishments up to now. So we'll see you next time. Bye for now.